Hi, congratulations first off on your decision or at least your interest in quitting smoking. My name is Joseph Onesta. I'm a clinical hypnosis practitioner here at Mind Power Pittsburgh. I see clients in my office here and then around the world on Zoom. So if you're not in Pittsburgh, I can probably still help you. Anyway, let's take a few moments and spend a little time talking about quitting smoking. I distinguish myself from other hypnotists, not because I dislike them. I love them, actually. I think they do a great job, most of them. But my program is not a single session, snap my fingers, miracle, you don't want to quit smoking. You don't want to smoke anymore. It just doesn't work that way. It did. If I do just what they did do, make you hate smoking and make you disgusted by the smell and help you do things like that, it might work for a while. My experience as a young hypnotist told me that my success rate would be quite high. But I don't know about the long-term success rate. 6 months down the road, are you still not smoking, or are you blaming yourself for having had a cigarette? And then there's this syndrome that happens to people in their mind. They think, oh, well, I had one, I lost everything, and then they go back. And so let me tell you a little bit about my program. It's 4 sessions long. The first session, we talk about cravings. I actually show you how to rewire your brain and how to conquer and crush those cravings. Now, those techniques from that first session, you can apply to anything. You can apply them to binge eating. You can apply them to anxiety. You can apply them to just about anything. But that first session, and hypnosis is included in every session, but in that first session, we spend more time or just as much time talking about how you can approach your cravings. Between the first and second session, you're going to use those techniques, those powerful techniques, for you to actually cut down. Now, the reason we do that is we want to eliminate nicotine as a factor. Indeed, it only represents, I'm going to guess, about 15% of the temptation or the urges or the cravings that you experience. Most techniques, most quitting smoking techniques, including medications like Chantix and Wellbutrin, what they do is they operate for a period of time. Patches, gum too. They operate for a period of time, replacing the nicotine, and then hoping that by the time you finish the course of treatment, you're done. You've actually dealt with the triggers, but you haven't. I mean, a lot of people, the only about 15% of them, which is where I get that number, only about 15% of them actually quit permanently. Though, and going back to the single session miracles, I would say the success rate, while they claim 100%, that 100% is probably measured when the people walk out the door. I don't know if they follow up and test later or ask later, have you smoked another cigarette? They do make guarantees. I don't. What they will say, for example, oh yes, it's guaranteed results, but what they mean is that you could either do it again, or at the end of the day, you get a recording to listen to. That's not me. That's just not me. So in the second session, you will pick your last cigarette date. You'll pick it. Some people actually quit after the first session, and when they come in for the second session, they say, oh, well, I already did that. But that's okay, because now they've learned to deal with those triggers. The problem with just dealing with the triggers, and there are a lot more than just nicotine. It could be getting into the car. It could be going out on the back porch. It could be, it could be, coming out of the grocery store, anything that tells you it's time to smoke. Well, all right. Well, let's deal with them, but we can't get them all, which is why after you have your last cigarette in the third session, we're going to deal with your identity as a smoker. Chances are you've been smoking for a long time. Some of you have been hiding it and trying to hide it quite well. But we want to deal with your identity so that you no longer see yourself as a smoker or even as an ex-smoker. We want you to see yourself as a non-smoker. Now that helps shore up if the triggers come up. If the triggers come up, that helps that little bit of extra friction to have a cigarette. Now I'm going to ask you to make a commitment to me. I'm going to ask you that after you smoke your last cigarette, that from that point forward, before you smoke another cigarette, you call me. And that's a lifetime guarantee. My lifetime, not yours, because if I'm dead, I can't help you. But you can't smoke either because you made a commitment. You'll speak to me in person. You can leave me a message on my, or text me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I don't even have to remember you. What if it's 20 years from now? Hi, this is, Arlene, and I quit smoking 20 years ago. I'm not going to remember everybody. So I'm going to just help you. I'm going to just talk to you. I'll get back to you. That's my commitment to you, my lifetime commitment. So we work on your identity in the third session. And in the fourth session, what we're going to do is we're going to deal with any triggers that you noticed that we didn't deal with, but also focus on the future and how your life improves over time and how you can experience that and remind yourself of that over time. So it's a 4-session package. I hope you'll do it. If not, if you want that single session, I want to just quit for now, you can go to anybody and ask questions. What does your guarantee mean? I would ask that question. And if they're cagey at all, then don't work with them. I'm going to be honest with you. I consider myself a no BS kind of hypnotist. And my goal is permanent smoking cessation. I want to help you quit forever. I'm Joseph Onesta, clinical hypnosis practitioner here at Mind Power Pittsburgh. Go ahead and schedule a consultation if you have more questions, or you can just go ahead and schedule an initial session. You'll ask if we're working online, you'll be asked to pay for it in full. That first session is, in fact, not a commitment to the program yet. At the end of that first session, once you see what it's like, you've experienced hypnosis, I'll ask you, do you want to commit to the program? Once you commit to the program, though, the balance of the fee for the program is doable. Like it's due. So go ahead and either schedule a consultation if you have more questions, or go ahead and schedule that initial session. And you can find links to the consultation on this page, or you can go ahead and schedule a first session through the appointments tab. Congratulations on your decision to improve your life. I really admire that. I did it 20 years ago, 22 actually now, and it's great. See you then.